So a few weeks back, my cousin, who is a marine contractor, contacted me and asked me if I wanted a log. I said sure. Well, I didn't expect this beast. It had been floating in the Chesapeake Bay for approximately 10 years. So basically it had eroded away from the shoreline, fell in, and had been sitting in the mud, and barnacles were growing on it, and I had to clean it up. It was a nasty job. But it rendered this beautiful piece of driftwood, the likes I've never seen. I mean, this thing's probably 8,000 pounds and has got so much character that it just looked like was going to make some beautiful, beautiful slabs. So I was excited to get it off of here, but I don't have a machine that'll handle it. So had to break out the 661 and cut it down into more manageable pieces. Wish I didn't have to do that, but there's no way that you could have milled it in its configuration. So I chopped it up in about, I don't know, two 8-foot pieces and about a 6-foot piece. And so the Bobcat can handle it. My tractor won't even touch this thing. So here we're pulling on it, pivoting it around on the trailer so I could get some of the weight off the roots. And in a second you will see how saturated this thing was. You know, partially submerged for 10 years will make a log cry. Look at that thing. It is just dripping wet, but it is solid as a brick. There's no rotten wood in that thing anywhere. It's got very, very unique character to it. It surprised me that it wasn't rotten at all. So here's me cutting the roots off, and in a second we'll get it off of the trailer. This center section, probably about 4,000 pounds, because you could certainly feel it when I try to lift it. The Bobcat will lift 4,000 pounds, and it was all she could lift. So this leads us to the next day. Finally got it up on the Wood-mizer. My game plan here was to take a slab or two off the top and give me a flat reference point for the Alaskan Chainsaw mill to slide down. But we ran into this issue on the first pass. And so I had to break out the Sawzall, notch it out, just so I could finish the first pass, and that's all I could get. And well, that gives me my flat surface. I wish I could have gotten more done. I probably could have spun it around and got another slab, but heck with it, might as well get it off and get started. But the one slab I got off of there was gorgeous. Look at it. It looks like finished walnut. I threw a little water on it, but it really didn't need it. I mean, it was just dark like that. A rich dark color right from the get-go. So this got me fired up and wanting to get into this thing further, which leads us to the next day. This thing is too wide for the Woodmizer LT-40, so I'm going to have to cut it with the chainsaw mill. Originally was just going to cut it with the Alaskan Chainsaw mill sitting here on the Woodmizer, but it's too high up, it's unstable, unsafe. I like to work with my feet on the ground. So we're going to pull it off of here with the Bobcat, with the forks, back it down on the ground, and take it over there and mill it up. As I said before, this thing's probably 4,000 pounds. That little slab I cut off yesterday, I swear that thing's 80 pounds. So thing is soaking, wringing wet, heavy as heck. So we get it off of there. My Kubota L-5740 will not lift this thing up. Only the Bobcat will lift it up. Let me show you the rig. It's a Granberg Alaskan Chainsaw mill, 48-inch long, and I have a 42-inch Oregon bar on there with a 10-degree cut, chisel cut on the chain, rip chain, and Stihl 661C. It's a powerful saw. You know, I didn't want to go with an 880 because I use this saw for all sorts of things. So this saw still, I can buck logs and put a 32-inch bar on it, and it works great. You can step it down to a smaller bar. It's not
too awful heavy like an 880, and it's still manageable. But it's a hell of a saw. This Granberg chainsaw mill is brand new out of the box, so I've got it set for a 2 1/4 inch rip, and we're going to give it a shot today and see how it works. Stay tuned. All right, let's see how this thing likes barnacles. Gotta tighten that chain. Ready? That was yesterday's tie. We already knew that. Let's see what this looks like down here. I'll tell you what, the thing is heavy. Oh my, that chain made a nice cut. Here. Oh boy. Goodness. That's a, holy mackerel. Get a shot of that. Holy crap. That's beautiful. Wow, that's beautiful. Come up here and get this. Tell you what, I'm pretty happy with that 10-degree chain. Organ chain, I forget what it was, 158 teeth. I got it on Amazon, and that is almost as good as the Wood-mizer. But that is just some gorgeous wood. Beautiful. I can't wait to get into this further. This slab over here is fantastic. None of this wood is punky. It might be a little punky in here, but not really. All right, I'm gonna tighten this chain and hit another one. Be right back. That's a little bit of work. Let's see what we got. I might need you to help me get this off of here. It's kind of heavy. I'm gonna grab some stickers. We'll put her over it. Gorgeous. Cut's a little rougher. Put the chain. That is gorgeous stuff. Cutting that at a 9/4. We're gonna have to get some anchor seal on this pretty soon on the ends. Stack and staggered it. We're going to put it away in a shady, level spot and let our air dry for a good long time before I even think about the kiln, because the unbound moisture in this is just sky high. All right, time to cut down another one. got it done. It was a lot of work. It was fun, but as I expected, it was a lot of work. A chainsaw mill is by no means an equal for a Wood-mizer bandsaw mill. It is maybe a slight comparison, but no comparison at all. It's kind of like a riding lawnmower. This would be the push mower. That would be the riding lawnmower with a cab and air conditioning also. Vastly different. You know, the Wood-mizer loads the log, flips the log, rotates the log, manipulates the log. The saw head powers down through it. I just kind of stand behind it and let it do all the work. This thing, you have to, you're the power. I mean, it just makes the chain go around, but you do all the rest of the work. But, you know, unfortunately, I don't have a Woodmizer LT-40 wide. If I did, I wouldn't need that on this log that's 32 inches. It would have done the trick. So, you know, maybe the LT-40 wide is on the list. I don't know. We'll see. But until then, this is a great complement to the bandsaw mill. The bandsaw mill do till 28 inches. This will go up to, with a bigger bar, would go to 42 inches. I'm very happy with it. I'll keep it in the shop. Tomorrow, this thing will come off of it. I'll put the 32-inch bar back on it, and I'll be cutting firewood with it. The Stihl 661 is an awesome saw. I love it. It's got all the power in the world, and it powers through oak, whatever you throw at it. It powers through it. It's a beast. I love that saw. So if you don't have a mill at all, I highly recommend it. I'm an advocate of both the Wood-mizer and this. It's just nice to have both options. This will go out in the middle of the woods and mill up a log for you. That'd be a little bit harder to do, but for a stationary situation and a mobile mill, for production stuff, the Wood-mizer obviously is the thing to have. So I don't know. I learned a lot on this video. I learned a lot on this milling this log up. It's going to make some beautiful slabs for coffee tables or whatever. I look forward to getting it dried out, and I'm gonna get it in the kiln and make some beautiful stuff out of it. It's gorgeous wood. So I hope you enjoyed the video. We have a couple more in the queue. I'm going to do one on my kiln that I built. I researched the Nile kiln and the Wood-mizer kiln, and kind of did a workaround where I did it a lot cheaper, and I think I'm getting pretty good results with it. So I'm going to make a video of that showing how I built it, and if you want to do the same thing, I answer all those questions. And I'm going to have a video coming up for the next log that goes on the Wood-mizer, because it's not as wide as this log. I got a beautiful cherry up there. It's got a lot of character, and that's going to come down and go on the mill next week. So I'm going to tape that and get it on. And I'm going to do a video of this shed right here that I built to go over this mill. It's the mill shed, and I have a 30 by 40 barn attached to it because I needed storage anyhow. So it's a two birds with one stone deal. But we're about, I don't know, 75% done. I got a couple of walls done. Obviously it's framed, trying to get it closed up by winter, and it's just myself and one other guy building it. So I'm gonna do a walk around video of that coming up soon as well. So if you liked the video, if you learned anything, if you want to see the future videos, please hit subscribe and hit the bell. That way you'll get notified when they come out. So thanks for tuning in, and thanks for your time. God bless.